Fitzroy North, Con has done the most amazing work with his students. They're middle years primary students, so grade 3, 4, and they've produced the most astounding video games. They're fantastic.
I think with the game making, the kids learn a bit of coding, so they get to use Scratch and learn a bit of programming skills.
Programming is
getting the characters to do things by setting in things from motion, look, sound, pen control, sending operators and variables.
They also get to look at the visuals that's involved with games, the structure and also the narrative of games. So a lot of them sometimes get a bit shocked to see that games have a lot of story writing or a lot of thinking about the plot.
One day, an ordinary rock was sitting under a tree and the rock heard a loud noise. He looked up to find a big spaceship. The door of the big spaceship opened and standing inside was a vampire. "I'm Vampire Queen," said Vampire Queen. "I'm here to take you away."
So they have to go through the whole aspect of designing their characters, and then they have to write a story.
One day, Ice Cream Man woke up to the sound of shouting. He looked down out of his window and saw a terrible sight. His mum, the Queen, had been captured by some monsters, and Ice Cream Man knew that he had to save her.
Kids had to actually create an instruction booklet. We actually looked at retail gaming boxes.
"I'm going to escape. Get him!" the Vampire Queen screamed. The end. And that's where it continues into our game.
Fortunately, Cupcake Man was slow due to his bad weight. This is where your adventure starts.
They made their games, they used Scratch, which is a wonderful piece of software.
Scratch is a free program that allows you to program and create interactive games or animations, and it makes programming much easier because it sets things in little blocks like Lego. And then it has a set of options.
When clicked, repeat until this area I think equals 1, and it says show, set gravity to 0, forever, if not touching colour.
Children in grade 3 making computer games using the program called Scratch. Don't ask me to do it, I haven't got a clue. But I'll go to an 8-year-old and I'll say, "What are you doing?" And they're saying, "Oh, I'm making my character jump, he's overcoming this obstacle, then he's going in that direction." And of course they're doing computer programming.
Well, first we have him, and spacebar is to attack, which shoots out a triangle.
They feel like they're game developers, but they're also having a good time. And it's also good to see kids who come across a problem persevering and being resilient and getting through.
You mean you saved it on the folder? Yes.
The amount of times kids, for instance, got glitches in their games where Scratch was starting to muck up and we didn't know why, and I couldn't see any problem with their coding, they couldn't.
The hardest part of making the game was programming the bad guys, because they're really hard, and to make them follow it and make their lives go down. It used to be really hard to score because we used to not know the strategy of scoring the goals.
I think we learned a lot about coding and how to make a game.
I think we also learned what Y and X were.
And it's not easy to make a game.
Then they learn a lot of other skills which involves like how to work in a team, how to be collaborative, how to resolve conflicts. There's a lot of conflicts that happen within the game making process because a lot of kids want their game to go a certain direction, but then another group member wants it to go another direction, and they have to learn how to compromise and work together.
The students were really proud of the work that they had done, and it was quite meaningful to them because not only did they have a product which captured a lot of deep learning that they had done in the classroom, but it was also something that they could take and they could get other people to play. And so they had become, creators of media as well as just consumers of media.
In Year 12, students have to produce a media production as one of their major pieces of work for the year. Usually it's students make a film or a series of photographs or a print production. Recently there's been an increase in video games being submitted as their media product, which is really interesting.
The games that we were made were based around cyberbullying, peer pressure, I guess health issues amongst teenagers, and then some were just purely games, alternatives of well-known games such as Pac-Man or Bubble Trouble and things like that.
Video games are rich in technical and production elements that tell narratives. So students have got to be aware of the way they work, the lighting, the sound effects, the design of the games. They all create characterisation and narrative.
The most surprising thing I found when I was looking at games, making games, was more how complex the tiniest little detail of the game is. Like just to move a character, there's a lot of commands you have to do with it, and there's like a lot of just background things that you don't really consider when you're playing games.